Welcome to my channel. This is CCNA Essentials. This channel aims to provide a comprehensive course on the most essential knowledge required for the CCNA certification. Today I'm going to talk about a networking model, which is OSI Model. What is a networking model? It provides a standardized way for different devices and software applications to communicate and interact with each other over a network. You can see the following example. It's about email transmission between devices from different manufacturers. In order for this action to happen smoothly, all devices from their makers have to follow the rules of the networking model. The most widely known and used networking model is the OSI, Open Systems Interconnection, model. The OSI model consists of 7 layers, each responsible for specific tasks and functions in the process of data communication. Regarding the definition of OSI model, 7 layers are not physical objects like components of a computer system such as RAM, CPU, but rather a logical process of transmitting data. 7 layers include application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, physical. I will explain each layer from top to bottom based on how Outlook operates. The application layer is the layer that is the closest to user. It offers a wide range of protocols and services, such as file transfer, email communication, web browsing. Example: when we double-click the Outlook icon, an interface for email composition and sending is opened. This functionality is provided by the application layer. The application layer refers the software installed on PC or server. Move on to presentation layer. Upon opening the application, we type the receiver's information, subject, and the content of email. Within the word processing, we utilize formatting options such as bold or italic to achieve the desired display. And presenting the content according to our preferences is the responsibility of the presentation layer. This layer ensures that data from the application layer is properly formatted, encoded, compressed, encrypted, and decrypted for transmission over the network. As for session layer, after performing word processing, we click Send to transmit the email. At this point, the email obtains the IP destination of the mail server, the IP source, sender's IP, and the mail server port, such as 25, 587, 465. The session layer is responsible for handling the process of initiating the email transmission, acquiring the IP source/destination, and setting up the appropriate mail server port. This step can be referred as the preparation phase. When it comes to transport layer, then, the mail will be segmented into smaller packets, with each packet being assigned IP source, destination, port as mentioned before. This task is carried out by the transport layer. By segmenting the data into smaller units, the transport layer optimizes the efficiency, reliability, and manageability of data transmission over the network. In terms of network layer, after assigning information to packets, they need to find their way to the destination. This process relies on the routing table to determine the outbound gate, referred to as the outbound interface. The network layer is responsible for using the information from the routing table to facilitate this task. Regarding definition of routing table, it is like a roadmap that routers use to determine the best paths for forwarding network packets, just as you would use the roadmap to find the best routes for your trip. Once the interface has been determined, the data link layer assigns the MAC source and MAC destination addresses, which are used to create a frame. This task is carried out by the data link layer. The frame will be transformed into an electrical signal and transmitted to the destination through networking cables. This task is done by the physical layer. After being transmitted to the destination, the frame will be converted back into packets. The packets will then be assembled into an email, which the receiver can read. So why do we use OSI model? And advantages of understanding it. To make devices from different manufacturers be able to communicate with each other. The OSI model was an attempt to standardize network communications. Although it is not widely used today, it has had a significant impact on network engineering. To troubleshoot network issues, start by checking each layer of the network, starting from the physical layer and moving up. Verify the switch and router configuration, and examine the applications for any potential errors. Here is some notes. The PC or server, referred to as the host, acts as both the sender and receiver, functioning across all 7 layers of the OSI model. Routers operate primarily at Layer 3 and Layer 4. Layer 3 examines the destination IP address to determine the appropriate path for packet forwarding, while in some cases, Layer 4 assigns ports to packets. Switches, operating at Layer 2, focus on the data link layer and verify the MAC addresses of nearby devices to ensure frames are directed correctly. New generation switches, also known as multi-layer switches, example Cisco 3560, 3750, 4500, etc., combine the functions of routers and switches. Network engineers and network administrators primarily work with layers 1, 2, 3, and 4, dealing with tasks such as cables, switches, routers, and TCP/UDP ports. That's all about the basic knowledge of the OSI model. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe. Thank you.